All right, it says I'm going live, so I'm assuming that I'm on. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the end of your week and welcome to boot camp. So, my name is Leslie and I am your boot camp instructor today. And so, you may be wondering, what are we going to do today? How does this class work? Super simple. Let me explain. So, we're going to have a quick little warm up, a quick little cool down, and then the meat or the sandwich of our class, our Express 30-minute boot camp class, is going to be 3 rounds of 6 exercises, about 45 seconds each exercise, 5 to 15-second transition, and then a minute break or 45-second break in between each round. So, as I said, warm up, cool down, the meat in the middle. Now, just to give you a heads up, guys, I never can warm you guys up as much as I want, nor cool you down as much as I would like, because the meat of our course is what takes up the bulk of our time. So I'm going to always invite you to come to class a little warm up 2 or 3 minutes before you get here. And then after class is over, stay in your space and continue to cool down and stretch out after class. Having said that much, today is going to be mostly abs. I'm not going to be doing some of these exercises with you. I'm still nursing an Achilles injury. So, for example, the warm up, which today is going to be jump rope. I'm not doing that with you guys, but that's okay because you already know how to jump rope. So let me check on my timer here. We're about a minute and a half in. All right, guys, back it up. You know the drill for jumping rope, all right? So on my mark, ready? Oh my goodness, my phone. On my mark, go. So when you're jumping rope, things I want you to think about. Make sure that as you are jumping, you are landing softly through your feet, all right? So you're rolling through your feet, all right? Keep that back nice and tight. Lift that chest, abs nice and tight, and use those arms, all right? So jump roping can be a full body workout if you're intentional about it, all right? So keep those arms moving. Keep jumping. If you have knee issues or like me today, ankle issues, you can simply bounce in place or tap your feet. Again, those are modifications if you've got some knee or ankle issues that you can use to make sure that you warm up with this, all right? Keep going, guys. We're 45 seconds in. I want to get another 45 in. Keep moving those arms, and you can, guys, you can have fun with this. You can crisscross those arms side to side, whatever you want to do to make your jumping rope a little more interesting. All right, keep going. Make sure that you're breathing. You know, I did forget to mention a couple of things when we warmed up. I was trying to go straight out of the gate. Make sure that you've got something to keep hydrated with. All right, so if you need to run and get some water after the warm up, please do. Of course, you should already be in comfortable clothing. Appropriate footwear, and your space should be clean and free of clutter so that you do not trip and fall and hurt yourself in any way. All right, 5 more seconds, guys. Keep jumping rope. All right, good job. The other thing that you may need today, depending on your particular preferences, we are going to be doing some work on the floor. So if you'd like a mat, go right ahead. And our first exercise will require a mat. Let me roll it on out here so you guys can see me clearly. All right, so our first exercise up is going to be something called a bulldog. We've done this before. I love this exercise. It's a fantastic exercise. It never gets old. You can always find new ways to work your abs, and I'm going to show you an up-level variation with this exercise today, all right? So bird dog. You're going to do this on your hands and knees, and you're going to get on the floor like you're a dog. All right? Make sure when you're doing this, guys, that you're not arching your back or letting it sag. Okay, you're nice and square. Let me move this out of the way. Please make sure that your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your hands. What you're going to do is you're going to extend one leg and one arm out. You want to reach so that you're a straight line, all right? Don't want to talk too much. Now make sure that we get all 3 of our rounds in. So the bulldog, here we go. So you're going to reach an arm and leg out, bring it back to the center, and you're going to switch and reach out. So the point of this exercise is that your arm and leg are fully extended out and make a straight line, arm, back, and legs, all right? Straight line like this. If you can't bring your arms and legs all the way up, it's okay if they're a little down. What you don't want is you don't want your arms and legs here. The variation, bring it out, touch in the center, bring it out, touch in the center, bring it out, touch in the center. That's your variation. Works a little bit of the oblique. Good job, guys. All right. So we're going to flip over onto our back, and we're just going to go front, back, front, back, front, back for our 6 exercises. The next one up, I call this one the reach. You're going to lay down on your back. You're going to make sure the small of your back is pressed into the floor, which is super easy because your legs are extended. You're going to make sure your shoulders are up off the ground, hands behind your head, and you're simply going to reach and tap your shin. You're going to make sure that you don't completely relax those muscles. Keep a little bit of tension in your core here as you're reaching and tapping. Ready, guys? Let's do this. So on this particular exercise, if you're reaching and you're tapping, I want to make sure that you start with your belly button is already sucked in into your spine. Your shoulders are up off the ground. Keep that tension in your core. Reach and tap. Make sure that you don't let those shoulders completely drop and relax on the floor. Keep this tension here in your core and just reach and tap. Good job, guys. Keep it going. 15 more seconds. In the home stretch. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Almost there. Looking good, guys. And it's time. All right. So we're going to flip it face down again, and now we're going to do a plank. I know many of you are familiar with this, so you can choose whether you want to do a standard or a modified plank. I'm going to give you your different positions to choose from. Full plank. Feet fully extended, hands fully extended. Modification number 1, on your knees. Modification number 2, on your knees and forearm. Modification number 3, just on your forearms. Choose your plank, count it down. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you're doing a plank and your legs are extended, guys, let's make sure we're making this a full body exercise, getting that posterior chain involved, which means simply press through your heels, all right? Press through your heels, really push those heels out, and that's going to activate the posterior chain, which are the muscles along your back, all right? If you're doing your plank with your arms fully extended, push through the heels of your hands. That is going to get your back involved in this, all right? So whether it's your hands or your feet, push through the heels. Make it full body. Great job. Flip it over on your back. Next one up is the bicycle. So for the bicycle, guys, you're just going to be extending your leg. One leg extended, one knee up. And you're alternating, all right? Some of you may need to keep your feet a little off the ground in order to keep the small of your back pressed into the floor. That's great. Those of you who can bring your legs as close to the ground as possible, that's great too. But here's the thing. You need to keep that small of the back pressed into the mat. So whether that means your leg, extended leg, is down here or here, it doesn't matter to me, or here. As long as that lower back is pressed into the ground, you're protecting that lower back. Start with rotating your hips under, all right? That's going to press your back into the ground, and then suck that belly button in and hold it there. Ready, guys? Let's go. So your bicycle, it can be just leg extension. You can add alternating elbow to knee. Some folks actually like to do an actual bicycle pedal. I'm going to let you do what makes you happy. So you can pedal your bicycle, you can just extend those legs, you can add the arms, any of those variations, whichever works best for you, because this class is about you. It's not about you doing something that doesn't work for you. You do you here, okay? A few more seconds to go. All right, get ready for our next one. All right. Good job, guys. The next thing that we're going to do is a lateral bear crawl. Some of you may be familiar with doing the bear crawl forwards and backwards. The lateral one is a little tricky. It's a bit of a brain teaser, which is great. It's always wonderful to challenge your mind in ways that gets new neurons firing and new connections in your brain. That's great for your brain health. I digress, though. Our lateral bear. You're going to start with either your legs together and your hands apart, or your hands together and your legs apart, all right? The bear, of course, you're up on your feet. I'm going to start with my feet together and my hands apart, and you're going to take a step to the left, hands together, feet apart, feet together, hands apart, hands together, feet together, hands together, feet together. And you're going to laterally go from side to side. All right, guys? Ready? Let's do this. All right, so things to think about when you're doing this lateral bear crawl. Again, please make sure you're pushing through the heels of your hands. That's going to make sure that your back is getting involved. All right, belly button sucked in. Your back is nice and flat. Don't hump your back up like a camel. All right, keep that back nice and flat. Conversely, don't let it scoop out, kind of like a cow, I think they call it, or a cat. Keep that back nice and flat. This might feel a little herky-jerky. It's a little confusing. It's counterintuitive, that movement with opposite arm and opposite leg. But keep going, guys. You'll get it. All right. A few more seconds to go. Great work. The last thing that we're going to do is twist so we can get those obliques worked out. Going to sit up nice and straight. Legs together. You can either take this exercise sitting straight up. Imagine you're holding a ball and you're going to bounce the ball on each side of your body. Depending on how much rotation and flexion you have in your spine, you may be able to get 180 or a little bit more, or you may be only able to tap right in front of you, about 45 degrees. Don't worry, whichever one you're doing is perfectly great and fine, all right? If you want to give a little extra challenge, lean back slightly, and again, keep that back straight, abs engaged, and twist from side to side. Ready, guys? Go. So again, with this particular twist, the Romanian twist, you want to make sure that you are sitting up nice and tall, lifting your body up out of your hips. You don't want to sink into your hips. You want to lift that body up out of that hips, which means your abs are engaged, your chest is lifted, all right? Sitting nice and tall and twisting from side to side. And when you twist, guys, please take your head and shoulders with you. Do not leave something behind. Bring them both with you, all right? Both with you. And again, if you don't have a lot of flexion, rotation in your spine, right here, kind of in front of you, is perfectly acceptable. The more you do this exercise, the more you'll be able to increase your range of motion. All right, guys, that was round one. Get a quick sippy of water or whatever you have to keep you hydrated. And we're going to start round two in a second here with bird dogs. I'm going to talk a whole lot less and just be here to encourage you and get you through the movement, all right? So again, today is core day, and I really want you to think of a couple of things while you're doing these movements. Please make sure that you're thinking about sucking that belly button into your spine. That's already creating that tension in your core. And train your muscles not to relax and kind of stick out, so it is. If you're sucking your belly button in, you're training your ab muscles to be tight. Ready, guys? Go ahead and get on the floor. Bird dog is first. Remember, bird dog. Hands and knees, extending them out. Ready, guys? Go. So again, with the bird dog, if you want to add a little added challenge to this, you can extend that leg out, bring it in, extend it out, bring it in. The one thing that I don't want to see you guys doing, first and foremost, this is done slowly. It's not a quick exercise. I don't want to see you guys moving so fast that you have no balance, all right? You want to make sure that that opposition that you feel between the opposite hand and the opposite knee, you're really engaging that core, nice and stable before you lift and extend the opposite arm and leg. Good job, guys. Next up, rotate on your back. We're doing the reach. So, legs up, hips rotated under so the small of your back is pressed into the floor to protect your lower back. And you're going to reach and tap. Hands at your side here, shoulders up off the ground, belly button sucked in. You're doing a great job, guys. Keep it going. So please relax those shoulders. Don't let those shoulders float up to the ear when you have your hands behind your back. Relax those shoulders. Lots of space between your ear and your shoulders. And you're just reaching and touching that shin. All right, guys? Great work. A few more seconds to go. Hopefully your abs are waking up. I might throw in one more exercise at the end that is a guaranteed ab waker upper. Good job, guys. Flip it over, plank time. Choose your plank. Full, modified, whichever one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, with your plank, if you're doing the full plank, please, guys, make sure that you are pushing through that heel of your foot and also pushing through the heels of your hands, getting that back involved, as well as getting the rest of your posterior chain, which can be your glutes, your hammies, your calves. Get the back side of your legs involved in this exercise. If you're doing this modified on the elbows, you can still press through these forearms and get that back involved. All right? 10 more seconds to go. Good job. Almost there, guys. Keep going. You're looking great. All right. Next, exercise up on your back and do your bicycle. You ready, guys? There you are on the mat. And go. So on your bicycle, guys, again, you can choose whether you want to do this with your legs actually rotating like you're on a bicycle in a circular motion, or if you just prefer extending the leg out, bringing the other knee in, and when you extend the leg out, you get to choose how low it is to the ground. Down here, a little higher or a little higher. It all depends on your lower back. You need to make sure it's pressed into the mat, which means your hips are tucked under, all right? And whatever range of motion you've got for this particular move, wherever your legs are, is perfectly fine. They don't have to be down right above the ground, and they don't have to be up super high. Whatever works for you is what works for you. All right, guys. Next one up is that lateral bear. Ha! Brain time. Picking under your mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So remember on this one, it is that brain teaser where if your feet are together, your hands are apart, and you're stepping. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Other direction. There we go. That is the gist of our bear crawl lateral. It's on your hands and knees. Keep going, guys. You're over halfway through. Please make sure that you're making sure you're sucking in your belly button, that you're not hunching your back. Keep it flat. Press through the heels of those hands, getting the backs and the shoulders involved. Last 5 seconds, guys. Your bear crawl looks amazing. Keep going. All right. Last one up is that Russian twist. Have a seat. If you want to make this more challenging, tilt your body back at a 45-degree angle. You ready? And go. So we're going to laterally twist from side to side. And again, when you're doing this, please bring your head and your shoulders with you. I don't want to see this thing where you're leaving your head behind, or this thing where you're really only bringing your head with you. Head and shoulders. We're working those obliques. All right? Keep it going, guys. Last 15 seconds. Looking good. Keep it moving. 10 seconds to go. You're doing great, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. Just a few more moments. And it is break time. All right, get that sippy sippy. Want to make sure that you guys are staying hydrated. Make sure I'm staying hydrated so I can speak. All right, great job, guys. We're going to speed this last round up just a little bit because I want to get some extra stretching in. Ready? All right. I know we just got off the ground, but back on the ground, bird dog time. Now, whatever bird dog you've been doing, challenge yourself to take it up to the next level. If you aren't doing the combination where you reach, tap, reach, try that one this round. And if you are doing that, keep doing that. Ready? Go. So again, bird dog, it's a great restorative exercise. They use a lot in rehabilitation. And again, this is an exercise that you will never outgrow. No matter how strong you get in the core, there's always a variation of this movement to continue to challenge you. And it's just great for really helping people get that mind-muscle connection. All right, so take your time on this one. This is not a fast exercise. You really want to make sure that when you're doing this exercise, you feel very grounded and very balanced. If when you start to lift your hand and your leg off the ground, you're wobbling, that's telling you something, all right? Keep going, guys, almost there. And time, great. Flip it over, time to do that reach. Let me count it down for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Playing with you there. All right, so on your reach, make sure hands behind the head, that you're reaching. Don't let those shoulders creep up on you. Shoulders down. As much space as possible between your ears and your shoulders. Reach and tap. Good. Make sure those hips are rotated under, belly button sucked in, legs nice and straight, shoulders off the ground. Looking good, guys. About 15 seconds to go. Keep up the good work. Reach and tap. This one can go a little faster than some of our others, but this is not a race. None of these exercises are a race. There is no prize for getting to the finish line first. There is no finish line here, all right? Good job, guys. Next one up. Plank. You ready? Yeah, okay, choose your plank variation. You ready, guys? And go. So the plank, I love this plank. It's so wonderful. You can find it in all kinds of variations of the exercises. But the most important thing I want you guys to remember, activate that back of your body through your heels. The heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. Push through those heels, all right? That's what's going to engage your posterior chain, the muscles along the back of your body, all right? Posterior meaning back. So your lats, your lower back, your glutes, your hammies, your calves, all right? All those muscles along the back part of your body will get activated if you're pushing through the heels of your hands and pushing through the heels of your feet. You'll feel them, all right? And one of the things that we're really trying to accomplish here with you guys is to make sure that there is a really great, strong mind-muscle connection. All right, on your backs, next one up is the bicycle. You choose whether you're going to circularly rotate your legs or just back and forth, shooting them out of the gate, so to speak. Let's go. All right, so again, with the bicycle, you're on your back. Rotate that hip under so that lower back is pressed into the mat to protect your lower back. There's nothing worse than that lower back pain that's sometimes accompanying whenever you do ab work. And they work as a team. So you want to make sure that you're protecting those those back muscles when you're working your ab, or that you're activating them properly to help support your activity. 10 seconds to go, guys. Keep working those legs, bringing them in and out, or circular rotation. Ready, guys? And it's time. Next up, lateral bear crawl. We're doing great on time. We'll have just a minute or two for warm down. All right, you ready? Get on your mat. Let's go. And again, I love the bear crawl laterally because not only are you working your core, but you're also really challenging your mind. So you'll either have your feet together and your hands apart, or your hands together and your feet apart, and you're going to take steps with the opposite hand and the opposite leg to bring you from side to side. Good job, guys. About 20 seconds. Keep it going. Keep that back nice and flat. Abs sucked in to support your lower back and your spine. 10 seconds to go, guys. Good work. Keep it going. And the last one that we're going to have is that Romanian twist. All right. Have a seat. 45-degree angle on your back if you want to make it a little more challenging. Otherwise, sit up nice and tall out of your hips. So don't let your body kind of slump into your hips. Straight up. Let's go. And again, when you are twisting, please make sure you're bringing your head and your shoulders with you. All right? We don't want to leave anything behind. Don't want to leave the head behind. Don't want to leave the shoulders behind. All right? So I don't want to see this where the hands are moving and the head's going, but the shoulders aren't doing anything. Head and shoulders move together. All right? Kind of like shampoo, only different. All right, guys, 15 seconds in. And we'll have about 2.5 minutes for our stretch. As I said before, I invite you to stay afterwards and continue to stretch out. Last 5 seconds. Great work today, guys. You ready? All right, great job. Let's see here. There we go. All right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Lace, flip. Bring those hands up and stretch out that core. All right. The crazier you look in this stretch, the better. That means you're feeling in all different places in your core. So stretch it out. All right. Bring that arm up and over. Outside. Reach up and out. Other arm. Reach it over. Good work, y'all. Up and over. All right, this is one of my favorite cool down moves. Just side to side, arms side to side. All right, good job, guys. Let's work on those forearms a little bit. You're folding your fingers back to stretch out your forearm and your bicep, because we did a lot of stuff on our hands today. Other side. Good work. Bring that arm across your body. Stretch out that shoulder. Some folks feel this stretch a little bit more if they actually grab your shoulder. So you choose which one you feel more stretch in your shoulder. All right. Other side. Either pull that arm across your body or grab your shoulder. You've got 3 little muscles here. Anterior, medial, and posterior delt. Stretch it out. Thumbs up. Open up that chest. Stretch out those pectorals. We're right at the bottom of our hour. Almost. Hands together. Flip them. Cross them. Pull. Open up that back. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah. Good job, guys. Release. One more time. Open up that back. Hands apart. Thumbs up. Stretch out those pecs. Good work. All right. Shake it out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more time. Deep breath in. Woo! Great core work today, guys. Y'all have a safe weekend. Watch out. The weather looks like it's going to rain a little bit this weekend. Safe, be healthy, be fun. I'll see y'all next week. Take care. Bye.